Hey guys, welcome to this new video I'm making, and it's gonna be a reaction video to Skylar's reaction video of Tabor's video, Gaming Has Become Stale, and, well, this idea stemmed from us being in a Discord chat together. We were like, man, wouldn't it be funny if we just had another reaction video to Skylar's reaction video of Tabor's video, Gaming Has Become Stale? And we're like, yeah, that would be funny to have reaction video of Skylar's reaction video to Tabor's video, Gaming Has Become Stale. And that's kind of why I'm here. This may or may not start the beginning of this channel that I have here, but you know, from humble beginnings, I don't have editing software. This is all raw. And well, the first thing I want to point out is that Skylar's video is 32 minutes long, and Tabor's video, on the other hand, is 12 minutes long. And well, if my math is correct, and by that I mean if this calculator is correct, the video is 2.6 times as long as Tabor's original video. And with that being said, I hope that I don't end up making a video that is longer than an hour. I honestly don't want to sit here for an hour, so, well, let's just continue on with our lives, you know? Yeah.
Alright guys, so in today's video, we're going to be looking at a video that Tabor made a little while ago, and it's his first video that's kind of...
Oh yeah, by the way, I'm recording this on November 22nd, and Skylar made this video in June. And Tabor's video was in May. So, this video it's been a long time coming. That being said, I shall continue.
not goofy, and he's actually talking about something, and I think he put a lot of time into it. So, I haven't watched this video. He said I can make a reaction video or whatever, so might as well watch it together with you guys. Here we go.
Do you remember your first video game? If not, try to remember for me. Try to remember the first ever video game you played. It could have been when you were young.
Tetris. First ever. On my grandma's Game Boy Advanced. But, I don't know, Tetris doesn't count as a video game.
I can't believe you've said it. And you don't even go in depth in this, do you?
I played, Sonic on my...
Okay. You know what? Let's just go on.
plug-and-play TV thing. I got to, like... Let's look this up. Sonic, 1... What is it, dude? Freaking Space Zone, is that a thing? I could never beat Starlight Zone, dude. It's too hard. When I was like 3 years old. Alright.
Younger, or when you went to a friend's house and played something with them.
So, my first game was, well, I say my first game, but it's more like what I can remember was my first game, and it was kind of like Kingdom Hearts 1 for the thick PS2, and I remember it was the thick PS2 because you can't forget something that's so thick. And well, we also had like a GameCube, but like I don't really remember which of them I played on first, because like I remember most of my childhood taking place on the PS2, but like I mean, I also remember playing Melee a lot on my GameCube. When I say my, but it was not mine. We had a communist kind of thing going on in my household, where everything was everyone's and everyone's just hogged the consoles because, well, and I say hogged, but I mean I was too scared to go rise against my brothers who would undoubtedly beat me up back in like, I don't know, 2007 or something.
Whatever the case, video games have been a pretty big part of my life, as I'm sure they've been with many, including you.
Tabor and I met because of video games, and that's how we became best friends. We met in 4th grade, and Tabor had a Pokemon Heart Gold handbook, and I loved Pokemon Soul Silver.
Can I just say this? Who the fuck just carries around the Pokemon Heart Gold handbook, dude? The fuck? Who does that? No one except Tabor. And, well, this led to a beautiful friendship between two people. Who knows? They might kiss in the upcoming, before the year ends.
And that's how we became friends.
Cool jobs.
Also, I met these guys from another friend that I just met through another friend. And, well, did not meet these guys through games. And, maybe it's not quite sure how exactly I really became friends with these guys. I don't quite remember. Anything in the past can stay in the past for me, because everything I've done in the past just makes me kind of die. But I do wish I could live back in those times. Much simpler.
Being creative for video games. Careers that require you to entertain an audience while interacting with them and playing games. And questions tailored to who's the best player in the world in this game, or what's the greatest video game of all time, or what's the best sponsored gaming team. Questions asked, and yet they all have varying answers. Everyone has an opinion on everything. It isn't just exclusive to one realm of discussion, but in all realms of discussion. And of course, video games have their own.
What is this resolution?
Opinions from everybody about what the greatest.
I can't believe Skylar is running on 360 auto resolution, dude.
Why this gaming franchise is better than this one.
What the? I'm actually in the middle of playing Halo 1 for the first time, like all the way through, and so far it's better than pretty much any Call of Duty game besides, I don't know, I like zombies still with friends more, but as a single player experience, Halo is hands down better than any other Call of Duty game in my opinion.
Of course.
Well, I don't really care for FPS single player shooters anymore, but I did play a whole lot of campaigns for Reach, Halo 3, not Halo 2. I did play through Halo 4's campaign, and I played through Reach a lot. Like, I hit pretty high levels without ever touching multiplayer because I didn't have Xbox Live. And I played through a lot of Call of Duty campaigns. from what I remember, World at War, Black Ops, Black Ops 2, Modern Warfare 2. I didn't get Modern Warfare 1, and Modern Warfare 3, and I played those a lot. Unfortunately, I managed to break my brother's Modern Warfare 2 disc by tripping over the charging cable. And that's a different story, but it's just I've played through a lot of them, and well, I hold all of the campaigns, well, like relatively close to my heart, except not close to my heart at all, because I can't really care for them. I just know that I played through them a lot because, well, when you don't have gold, what are you supposed to do? Just play through Skyrim for the 50th time in a row? No, I'm not gonna do that. Instead, I'm gonna change my sights over to being from being a fantasy like badass to a army badass. Just that type of thing.
All of this is healthy because opinions are the driving force at what goes
What is
into
that
the
gun?
very games
What
we
the
play.
heck?
From people with the same opinions telling a gaming company what they put in their game is wrong, to suggestions on how to make the game better for
Oh
everyone.
my god.
Oh my god.
To suggestions on how to make
This is not a joke anymore. This is actually just funny. 'Cause, as of today, Steve is literally in Minecraft. It's kind of insane how far we've come, to literally get Steve from Minecraft in Smash. And well, it's just like this all happened. Everything that's happening in 2020 has been a trip, and it's been it's been about 5 months since this shit came out, and this has been memed for so long.
the game better for everyone.
Oh my god.
Opinions are everywhere, and while you may see the biggest ones being thrown out there, some are buried, hidden under an endless sea of discussion. You can toss your opinion to the world on a
Fortnite is not fun. I played it one time and it was Minecraft is better. Sure, Minecraft I can't play solo, but with friends it's pretty alright. I like it. It's okay.
Fortnite? Well, I played that game quite a bit with Tabor and some other friends, and it was an enjoyable time, as it was basically the first, well, like, established battle royale to come on console. Because there was H1Z1 on PC, there was PUBG on PC, and eventually those did go to console, but it didn't. It was taking too long, and so when Fortnite came out, and then the Battle Royale came out, it was like, man, this is fun. And this was fun for the first 4 seasons of it, and then it was like, man, this game fucking sucks. And it did kind of, in a way, advance the gaming industry in a way that not many other games could have, because Epic managed to push crossplay between every console and PC. And, well, you can say all you want about Fortnite, and I definitely don't like it anymore, but it did manage to do some things that I didn't think was gonna happen ever, really.
But you'll never know if it'll stick on the wall and make it with a
I prefer Lego chess.
which is exactly what I'm hoping my opinion will do.
Is that Mario 64 music?
Like I've said before, gaming has been a huge part of my life. Whether it be playing with friends over the internet on Minecraft,
Dude, that's me. That's me.
sitting on the same couch duking it out in Super Smash Bros.
Yeah, he gets
I
clapped
owe a
every
lot to
time by
gaming,
me.
as frankly,
Remember that time when I pulled out my Yoshi and then you, quote unquote, weren't trying? That's what I thought.
it's gotten me away from very dark points in my life and helped me through depression and thoughts of loneliness.
That's, dude. Tabor, I'm always here for you, dog. I want you to know that right now. We're only 2 minutes in, but yo.
Tabor, I fucking hate you with all my heart. And I just want you to know that, well, if I had the opportunity, I would definitely do something to you. Maybe a kiss to the lips. Who knows? I ain't gay though. Not that there's anything wrong with being gay.
I know you're here for me always, and I'm always here for you, dog, for sure. Remember that, my boy.
But something happened recently, and I'm not sure how to explain it. It seems lately, no matter what game I play, I just end up shutting it off in 30 seconds and stare at my extensive library of games, looking to see something that interests me. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, you're just bored. Get off the game for a bit and do something productive.
I mean, there's nothing to do productive right now, honestly. But also, I've definitely had that moment where I'm like, I'm doing literally nothing. Might as well get on the game. And then I'm like, yeah, this isn't doing it for me, chief. And then I've had days where it's just staring at the wall, just having nothing to do, not wanting to do anything. Mostly in college that was happening to me, but a lot of the time, if I could get a friend online, that really helped. Including Tabor, we'd always play together. Play Destiny 2 a lot while we were in college, and that really helped me out. And I don't think that you didn't seem bored then, and I think playing with friends really helps pretty much anything. That's what keeps me from being bored. That's what my friends have saved me, as they say in Naruto. So,
Um, for me, during this year's summer, nothing was really much different. I don't really have friends to hang out with. Um, and these guys are like college age, and I'm still in high school, so that's quality. And so, when they headed off to college, I was like, man, I can bet that I'm not gonna hang out with like anybody ever, 'cause reasons, mostly because I'm lazy. But I didn't really feel bored or lonely. Well, I don't feel like I have depression. I mean, definitely, I wouldn't mind dying. But because, like, you know, I just have other things to keep me entertained. Like, um, if I were to give an example, it would be, and, well, just, things like that. Just laying down, sleeping. That's how I spent a majority of my summer, literally just laying down on my bed watching some. And that was enough for me, because, like, just being able to be with friends makes things much more fun. But at the end of the day, do I really care? Of course I do. Of course, that's a rhetorical question. Of course, being with friends is fun. But there's also times when I like to just lay down and exist. preferring not to exist at the same time, because, well, if you are well versed in anime culture or whatever, you know that after death there exists much more. In fact, getting hit by one of these boys is very preferable to many anime, cultured anime fan. And, well, that's just how it is.
Yeah.
Then when you come back, well, you'll be playing until the sun rises. And I totally get it, I've been told that very thing a plethora of times, but now I'm 19 years old.
Whoa, dude. He was waiting to make this video so that he could say he's 19.
I'm almost finished.
Don't forget the part where in one of his recent videos, actually in his Legend of 1987, I believe, where he plays Zelda, he states, quote, I'm 19 years old and I'm it was definitely something stupid, something that signified that he was in the middle of his lifespan, basically. Oh yeah, he's mid-aged. That's what I'm trying to say here. And so, basically, he's gonna die when he's 38, probably. Don't get me wrong. Like, I might be wrong here. I might not be wrong. Just know that when Tabor reaches 38, he may or may not die by my hands or by natural means.
My first year of college, amid this pandemic that's shaking the world and its officials. So now should be the perfect time to play video games, right?
I mean, that's tough because see, if you're just playing solo games, then you're literally just all alone, and you can't leave your house because of the, you know. And I know you and me and like we all love single player games, but it's when it's all you do all by yourself after you've been used to hanging out with your friends and stuff for so long, it gets hard. It's easy to get really lonely for sure.
Well, like I said, most of how my summer went was, well, and like a lot of, well, I say a lot, but like some not anime games, some games, some really good single player games came out during the summer, and I played through them quite a bit. Yeah, like Final Fantasy VII Remake, I think, right? Yeah, that came out this year, along with uh yeah, Persona 5 Royal. I think, I don't know if I played much of that in 2020, but I did play it a lot. Anyways,
But why? Why am I so bored of playing any kind of game? There should be plenty of variety. I've been doing this as far back as I can remember.
oh, and that being said, I rarely ever, before I got this PC, I rarely ever touched multiplayer games, and that's because I got bored of them. I didn't feel like playing with anyone, and I just preferred laying down on my bed, either sleeping or just watching anime, and that's just how that went. So,
This video topic actually originated for me playing Minecraft on my computer a couple days ago. Everything was fine. I was just enjoying the game, playing a game for my childhood, but it's when the music came on that I started to realize something. I was walking down a mountain past my house to this plains area, and I asked myself, wait, am I not having fun with this anymore?
It's Minecraft. It's because you're playing solo, dog. It's what are you gonna do, solo? You gonna mine some iron by? It's fine. I get where he's going with the video, but it's just funny because I mean, if I play Minecraft by myself, that's exactly what I think. I'm like, why am I doing this, dude? This is not fun. I'm gonna wait till somebody gets online and then we can play, you know?
Well, the thing about playing by yourself in these types of games is like there's some like I played Minecraft a lot. And I built some pretty nice things that I've been looking to build. And well, I've been completely fine with it. I mean, sure, it would have been cool if other people came to my world and looked at my creation or something. I don't really know. But like for me anyways, being able to do that came from as a kid. Like I said, I didn't have gold. I couldn't play online. So I spent a lot of my time playing Halo Reach Forge. And oftentimes, whether this sounds sad to you or not, but I'd like kind of just play around, I guess RPing in a way, flying around in pelicans and all that stuff, making worlds, making games that I know I would never be able to play with anyone else with these games, but like I'd play through them. And like I had other people to play with. That really sounds bad. Um, huh. You know, maybe I didn't have such a great childhood. Or I did. I don't fucking care. Uh, Fun really just depends on who you are, I suppose. And it's different for everyone.
I thought for a good couple of minutes about this question while looking out this beautiful landscape, and it came to me. I'm mindlessly playing through some of these games
Tabor, why the fuck did you say beautiful landscape? What?
without taking the time to enjoy them. But what if all the enjoyment has been used? And not just for one game, but for all of them. I've been putting this.
That's interesting. That's something, um, that's something Tabor and I are a little bit different in because, like, I don't replay all my games, but there are certain games that I'm like, I can play this game forever. Ocarina of Time, I've beat millions of times. I just replayed Pokemon Platinum again, which I haven't played since my childhood. But my first playthrough of that game was like 300 hours, and I already have over 100 hours in again. I'm trying to complete the Pokédex, and like it just flies by, and it's so much fun. And I've been playing GTA again since it was free on PC, and as bad as Destiny is, I love that game, and I sank hundreds and hundreds of hours into it while in college, and it's just. I mean, there's some games like I'm not gonna get on Minecraft super often unless the friends want to play, but uh, can definitely sink my teeth into a game more than once and like really appreciate like stuff I missed beforehand, or like in Pokemon, I'll use different Pokemon than I used before. In Ocarina of Time, it's just like getting better. Same with Dark Souls. I replay Dark Souls so much. It's so much fun. Co-op or solo, I can, work on getting faster at Dark Souls, work on getting better. It's, yeah, I haven't really hit the spot where every single game is boring to me. There's definitely if I ever get bored of games, I can just go right back to my favorites, and they'll always be my favorites, and they'll never get boring to me.
It's on the back burner for a while. And while we're in an age of amazing graphics, tight controls, and epic stories, why is it that I can't find any enjoyment out of what
I can't believe I didn't buy Final Fantasy VII on launch day, but also I was in college without my PS4. But Final Fantasy VII is amazing, one of the greatest games of all time. And I'm not watching Donkey's video because I still, I know the story, but I also really want to play Final Fantasy VII still. I just don't play a lot of console anymore, but I'm definitely gonna play it soon because Final Fantasy VII is one of my favorite games ever. So I just gotta pay up.
I'm playing. And I think it boils down to one thing: gameplay. Shooter 47 might be fun for the 50th time this week for some people, but
Dang it, dude.
this
He's calling me out, dude. Hey, I've played so much Destiny 2, and we played a lot of Destiny 2, and then he kind of got burnt out, and I kept going. And then me and Jonah played a lot of Destiny 2, and then he got burnt out, and I kept going. And then, Season 10, for if you know anything about Destiny 2, Season 10 was awful. And Season 10, I got to rank 120 something on the Season's Pass, and then was like, why am I playing? I quit right before Guardian Games. Guardian Games were awful. And I was like, well, I'm not really missing out on anything. Season 11 started a few days ago, and I think when my new setup arrives, I might get back on just because Destiny's core gameplay is really fun, even if it's not a good game. And there's new DLC coming out eventually, but I definitely understand what Tabor's talking about. But also Destiny 2's gameplay's so good. The gameplay's so good, but the game itself is bad, if you know what I mean. Like the shooting is so crisp, but when you're shooting the same exact thing over and over again for hours, obviously it gets boring to everyone, including me, who's a Destiny stan. So
Man, I played Destiny 2 a lot ever since the release, and that's like probably the worst part about Destiny 2 was its release. Its release was garbage, and Tabor managed to quit before it, it even really started. The first DLC sucked, but I still grinded that out. The second DLC was much better, and I grinded that out, except I couldn't really do anything in it because I had no one to play with. And then Forsaken came out, and I played a lot of that. And then Shadowkeep came out. I played a lot of that. But the thing is that I had absolutely no one to play with, and I was fine with that somehow. Like I don't really feel like playing Destiny 2 by myself now, because when you actually have people to play with, it's like, man, I kind of want to play with them. But back when I was on my PS4 playing Destiny 2, I was like, man, I'm fine with this. And I did have a friend who I'm playing with now, actually, part of the raid team, let's go. And I grinded with him quite a bit um, for the Dreaming City in Forsaken. I played with him quite a lot, lore hunting, ad hunting, and I can't imagine being as much as a grinder as he is. He got all eggs, I'm pretty sure he got all lore, and like I I kind of get bored of doing hunts like in the original Destiny when you had to hunt for like shards or something for the sword quest. I didn't even get a single sword. I gave up because I was like, man, what is the point in hunting for stuff? And sure, it's like, man, it's lore. There's a reward for getting all of these items. And I never really felt like doing it. It felt pointless to me. It wasn't fun. And if it's not fun, then why bother? Thank you, Reggie.
yeah, I completely agree with Tabor here.
despise the repetitive nature of these games.
But also Tabor's the one that got to like Prestige Master level 1000 in Zombies, which is one of the most repetitive game modes of all time. But also, he said he's grown to become repetitive, so I guess it makes sense.
And sure, there are unique spins on every genre. There always is, but sometimes amazing gunplay and tight gameplay gets overshadowed by Shooter 47 releasing yearly. This is true for all game genres, not just the first person shooters. The only reason I'm making this claim in the first place is just because of how popular they've become, but sadly, also because of how generic they've become as well. Back in 1992,
What?
a studio by the name of id Software created Wolfenstein 3D,
Never played
considered by
that.
some the first established first-person.
Wait, did Wolfenstein come out before Doom? I thought they were like copies of each other. Wolfenstein 3D. That was 1992, yeah? Okay. Okay, and then when did Doom come out? Doom, the first one. 1993. Oh, Doom came out afterwards. Okay. I have this on PC, and let me tell you, pure mouse controls is whack. That's all I'll say.
Shooter. But it wasn't until 1993 that the same company would go on to create one of the greatest first-person shooters and games ever made, Doom.
Guys, I disagree with that. Doom is not one of the greatest games ever made. It's probably revolutionary for the time for sure, but it's come on. Also, I don't like any of the Doom games, including Doom 2016. So maybe I'm not the best person to ask about that, but I just find the gameplay. He's talking about repetitive gameplay. Doom is one of the most repetitive games I've ever played. It's just walk in the corridors, shoot the guy, and that's it. And all.
In my opinion, it's like this. In anime, there are classics. You know, you have your classic anime, and in my opinion, a classic is not the same as being a top tier anime. And it's for me it's the same as games. I personally don't really care much for Doom. It's a classic, it's revolutionary, but it's not that great, believe it or not. If you compare it to games nowadays, I mean, I say nowadays, but like, I mean before like 2016, 2017. Yeah, that's what I mean by, being good. Yeah. Just a classic is not equivalent to being a good game. Sorry.
Everything looks the same anyway. I don't want to get into Doom rant right now.
I don't need to explain what it is, because I'm sure everyone has seen the advertising for the newest installment in the series released back in March. All you need to know is this is what revolutionized the FPS genre.
I agree with that for
games
sure.
like Quake, which, by the way, is also made by the same company, id Software. And that game spawned the multiplayer aspect of games, such as split-screen co-op and versus in games such as Halo, GoldenEye,
What was that aim?
and yes, even Shooter 47. Basically, what I'm saying with this history is that the creations of this company spawned the entire FPS genre as we know it. What makes each of these games unique is their gameplay, because while Wolfenstein and Doom have similar styles, the gameplay of both is what drives them apart, and it's the reason Doom made its spot on the radar. Its unique gameplay. Of course, Shooter 47 did the same thing because, at one point, despite the publisher cranking out games every year, the gameplay from each developer was unique enough to keep each installment fresh and exciting until recent years.
I don't think each installment was unique and exciting. I've played most of the Call of Duty games, and they, aren't, they all feel pretty similar. They just have different guns and different maps. Like, well, I think what do people consider the good ones? Like, even, like, I'm not a big Call of Duty fan, really. I've only spent money on 3 Call of Duty games. I was never into the buy it yearly every single time kind of deal. But like even Modern Warfare 2 or whatever, this is a hot take apparently for the game community. I don't think are that good. Like those games are just they're exactly the same as the other ones. And the game mode I always had the most fun with was zombies with my friends, and those games don't even have that, so they never really appealed to me at all. Multiplayer is only so much fun. I've gotten to Prestige Master or whatever. I've wasted my life playing Call of Duty on Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 2, but like, it's not that fun. I, you know, I agree with Tabor there. That especially games like Call of Duty have really a lot of PvP shooters, honestly, have really lost that fun for me for sure. And maybe Valorant. I've heard good things about that. Maybe I'll try that. But like Overwatch, Call of Duty, Destiny, all that stuff has really lost me. I'm not the PvP shooting isn't as fun as it used to be.
Um, like this is a kind of just just kind of a hot take, just a teensy bit. But COD peaked at Black Ops 3. I'm sorry, but like whether we wanted it or not, um, COD peaked with Black Ops 3. Sure, people quote unquote hate the advanced movement, but I don't think people really much hated that as much as they hated the fact that loot boxes ruined advanced warfare. And well, what did advanced warfare have as well? Advanced movement. um what did Black Ops 3 have? Advanced movement. But guess what? That advanced movement was really fun. It made things different. It made things like sitting around corners, like you could actually fight that instead of just running around the corner getting hard just with someone holding the angle around the corner. And you could actually outplay someone who's just holding an angle. You could jump up 50 feet in the air, get domed, and then try it again, but then win that time. You could G slide into someone. You could just use a bunch of different weapons. You could be a dick with the locust with smoke grenades and a thermal sight, and then dominate the game. But my point is that just because it had um just because we're back to, well, after like 2017, after we're back to boots on the ground. Like I'm honestly not having much fun with these CODs as much as I was with Black Ops 3. And well, I think the reasons I just stated explain why. We kind of just have the same gameplay going again, and honestly, I would want a Black Ops 3 remastered, like had great zombies, it had great movement. It was just you could use a lot of weapons, and um you could go on streaks with them. Like every weapon was basically, most of them are different. You had the ICR, which was a laser. You had the M8, which could, it was a burst, so it was pretty good. You could use the BRM, you could use the Dingo, you could use the Dredge, you could use the fucking PO6. I don't know how a certain someone managed to get really good with it, but they did. And yeah.
Eventually, the same thing repeatedly will get old, but it's when something that doesn't work the way it should gets in the way of the person trying to play the game that really sets me off.
Oh god.
showing up in the gaming industry all the way back since the start of it. The most notable example being the video game crash of 1983, where dysfunctional games were commonplace and caused such an uproar that the entire industry almost lost its footing due to its carelessness.
It's true.
And I'm not here to say the same thing is going to happen today, that we're going to experience another video.
It's not possible to happen
video
today.
game crash is never gonna happen again. I mean, like, no, even if a game is bad or not, video games are so in the consumer mindset that, I mean, it's easy money. Like, look at Call of Duty, look at Battlefield, look at those games make millions of dollars in sales, no matter how much the internet doesn't like them. The parents buy them for their kids. The 9-year-olds play Fortnite. The 9-year-olds buy the skins. It's pretty. They got it on lock and are making millions and millions of dollars, even off a bad game. Look at Assassin's Creed. Every year those games are unfinished and unpolished, and they still make millions of dollars easily. It's just people are locked in with what games. Like, I know plenty of people in Sika, they're like, yeah, we buy Call of Duty every single year, dude. We need it, dude. The new game, it's so different this time, dude. There's like, we gotta buy it on Xbox every single year. They're so locked in on that they don't see how bad the games actually are.
And there's just so many new games are coming out. It's not like back then when you only had not, well, a lot of companies working to make games. You even have indie developers making games. There's a lot of them. And you have major studios making games that basically are more or less guaranteed to make, well, games that sell. Everything sells, and on Steam, you just see a lot of free stuff that comes out. You see a lot of stuff you pay for, and, well, people will pay for them. You ever see Soda Drinker Pro? It's a game where you drink sodas. That's all I have to say.
Because we aren't. Video games are always constantly evolving and being made the best they can be, but even the greats are overshadowed by the bad most of the time. And it's these bad games that have spawned the concept.
Wait, what? Dark Souls 3 is amazing, yes. How is that overshadowed by Infinite Warfare? No, what? Nobody thinks Infinite Warfare is anything. Dark Souls 3 is amazing and one of the best games ever made, in my opinion. It's a landscape, dude. Some of my friends' favorite games of all time. There's no way it's overshadowed by anything. Besides maybe Dark Souls 1. But those are pretty arguable. Which game's better? I don't want to get into that.
You see, Skylar, the point he's trying to make here, from what I can see, is that which one has the bigger, well, brand identity? Dark Souls or Call of Duty? Of course it's going to be Call of Duty. Call of Duty is, like, as you said, it's going to be bought every year. It's made every year, and it's just so much people follow that game, whether it's good or not. And when you look at Dark Souls, like, those games are pretty good. I mean, like 1 and 3, sure, yeah, they're pretty good, but not like everyone and their moms knows about it. If you go to some person out on the street, you know what COD is? Of course they're gonna say yes. That's like an of course thing, it's guaranteed. It's, well, almost guaranteed anyways. But if you go up to someone and say, you know what Dark Souls is, there's a chance, there's a pretty, well, I guess I don't know any percentages because I don't go talk to people on the street, but like there's a higher chance for them to say what's Dark Souls than if you were to go up to them and say what's COD. Like, that's, I think, the point he's trying to make.
And title of this video, the simple phrase, gaming has become stale.
Ooh, the sad music's coming in.
And this brings me to my final point, opinions. The reason I talked about them so much at the beginning is This is simply the opinion of someone who's played video games for their whole life. I'm only saying these things because I still enjoy gaming, and some of the newer releases in the industry have caught my eye, for sure.
Tabor's was playing tons of Resi 2 for sure, dude. He was speedrunning the game and everything. He got super into Resi, and it was fun to see him light up about a game like that again. I mean, it stole him away from the group for a while, but it was he was he's pretty good at Resi, dude. It's insane.
But I think it says something when I'd rather play a game from last decade or previous entry in a series than the most recent remaster or
Yeah, for me, and I think for, well, like Tabor and uh, Jonathan, well, we just kind of backtracked to Black Ops 3, which came out in like 2015, and we just keep going back to it. Like, back before I got a PC, we'd occasionally just get on Black Ops 3 to either play zombies or play its multiplayer, which, like, you can't really find much people on it. The matchmaking takes a while, but when you do get in a match, it's pretty fun. I have more fun on it than I do in recent games, anyways.
cash grab that claims to be a bestseller.
Okay, so before I watched this video, I thought he was just gonna kind of rant a bit about games in general, about how he was bored. But now I see his points here, and yeah, we've been playing older games more often than not. We don't play newer games at all. I know they had me download Warzone or whatever so we could play together, but I haven't played it a single time with them because none of them played anymore. So like, I can agree. Like I've been replaying Pokemon and I'm playing Halo 1 for the first time because I don't have anything else to play. Because I don't want to, hop on Destiny anymore. There's a few games I'm waiting for my new setup to get in so I can see it in the Ultra Omega settings.
My
Even though I could
ears.
probably run it on the Ultra anyway. But yeah, I agree with that for sure. There's some older games that are more fun and newer games. Obviously, Persona 5 is good and Final Fantasy 7 is good, but yeah,
Skylar's never touched Persona 5 in his life.
older games so far have what we've been playing the most, and it's been fun. Like I haven't played Warzone ever. I haven't played a lot of newer game. The newest game I've played is probably Destiny 2. I played some Fallout 76. And Destiny 2 is not even new. That's been out since 2016. But like the new expansions and stuff. And I just got Outer Worlds. I'm gonna start playing that pretty soon. That's probably that's 2019. Yeah, Sekiro and Outer Worlds are gonna be the newest games I've played. I'm pretty sure because that's just last year. I don't think I've played a 2020 release. Yeah.
I think what I'm trying to say is, no matter how
Skylar got addicted to Fire Emblem Three Houses.
dazzling the game looks or promises to be, if it isn't unique enough to keep me invested for a long period of time, I just find another reason to turn it off.
Oh,
Once again,
that was a sick edit, dude. that was pretty sick.
staring at this library, wondering if I should continue my endeavor.
Okay, but look. Okay, he's kind of. Okay. None of those games are new because this computer can't run new games. But I guess, I mean, they're all newer than what he's talking about, like Doom and stuff, technically. So, yeah, I'm a little. I don't. And he's got Final Fantasy 9, 11. What? Is that 11? Yeah, right there. So yeah, that's kind of a iffy point for me personally, but let's see where he's going with it.
Just throw in the towel. One of my friends recently has stopped playing with my group of friends, and in his defense, he's most likely focusing on college in the future, but I think all the things I've said are the same to him.
That's my bad because I kind of made him almost fail a class with how much game we were playing. So he stopped playing with us for a while, and I completely get it. I mean, and he's taking really hard classes. So, we don't have any grudges against him or anything, for sure. We miss you a lot, by the way. I'm excited for you to get out of school. But, I mean, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Jonah, when you watch this video, I just want you to know, if we lose another match, I found the MMORPG.
That no matter how cool the game looks, if it doesn't feel cool to play, I'm not gonna play it. And while this would be okay for a game series I've grown sick of or a game that doesn't interest me, if it comes to the point where every new game is a constant struggle to play for an extended period of time, well, I think the title of the video says it all.
Play Sekiro, Tabor. That's a new game that's pretty good.
Tabor
But
will
I
hate
mean, yeah,
Sekiro,
I agree
guaranteed.
with that for sure. The best new games that are coming out are remakes of old games, and that's just where we're at right now. I agree 100%. I haven't bought a new game in a while. Hopefully Outer Worlds is really good. But yeah, I mean, he's pretty on the money with that statement, honestly.
Thank you for watching this video. If you made it to the end, I just want to say thanks for hearing me out, and
You're welcome.
even if you don't agree with me, hopefully my point made some sense to you. This video is sponsored by you, because you watched it all the way through.
Wow, I really sponsored Tabor, dude. Let's go. Let's go.
If you enjoyed this video, well, you're lucky there's a like button down by the title, and if you didn't enjoy it, well, you're lucky there's a button for that right next to the like button. Let me know your thoughts on the current state of the gaming industry. Do you think it's stale, or do you believe certain aspects of it are? Or do you think I'm crazy? I'd love to see a discussion on your opinions of this topic. Anyways, I think I've yapped on for enough as is. Feel free to subscribe if you'd like to see more content like this. Once again, thank you for watching. Goodbye.
Yeah, that's a good video, Tabor. Great editing all around. I was memeing him about it for a while, but after giving it a watch, I agree with his points. I thought he was just gonna say how he hated gaming now, but he actually gave a really well made argument, and I agree with him pretty much 100%. And he didn't say he didn't like all games anymore or whatever. It's just new games kind of suck. And they look cool, but like Halo, I remember when Halo 5 came out, I was like, that game looks cool, fancy, sure, but nobody liked it, and I was right. So after giving,
I'm just gonna stop it there. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. You probably didn't even make to the end, did you? Or if you did, hey, you kinda looking nice, huh? Anyways, goodbye.